it's pretty good. Okay, we'll let that settle now. Get that to settle, and that will should settle nicely. Okay, nice even brush strokes. Let's go and settle that down. So that's the color popping nicely. There she is. Okay, we've got those final strokes in there. Let's go and flat, leave that flat, let that self level. And yesterday we did the same thing to this guy, and this guy's turned out a hell of a lot better. So that's a really good result. Still see some fine streaks there. We'll do the same to that guy, but not now, because now I want to focus on, actually, well, we will do this now. Let's do this now. While we're here, why not? Let's do it. While this brush is still wet and doing all sorts of things, let's do it. Now, a little trick with these brushes is foil. Wrap them in foil, they won't dry up. If you ever wanted to wait and you didn't want epoxy to go off, just pop it in a little bit of foil, so I've been told. And get that all tightened up there. That should stay nice and dry. If it doesn't, we've got 1,000 other brushes. Now, we're going to use our drill that we used yesterday, our fast drill. We're going to hit the 400 on this one, and we're going to, once we hit the 400 on this one, that'll smooth it right out, and then we'll apply the same thing to this one. Okay, let's grab our little disc. Here it is. We need a new 400. $400, Terry. And I think it's there it is there. 400. And it is Oreo coloured. Ha! Okay. Right, let's quickly wipe this guy down. And we're going to give this a little bit of a thicker coat. Let's just wash all that stuff off. There we go, wipe all that clean. A little bit of a thicker coat should do the world of wonders and fill those gaps in. Smoothed out. There's still some low little grooves there you can see because of the dark color. They show out. Another couple of coats I think this one will need. I want to get this one nice and thick and glossy and really cover up those spots properly. Okay. This is water-based, so if that was ever a little bit damp, it wouldn't really matter. Let's try this brush again, see if it's wet. Sure enough, it's as wet as it can get, which is really, really good, because it means that it hasn't dried up. Is that what it means, Terry? That it hasn't dried up? I'm going to put a nice thick coat. Now this one's a little bit tricky because you've got that bump and that hill that's going to run straight off, but it is quite thick and we don't mix it up. You don't need to pre-mix. You just pour. I'm running out of this stuff. I've got to get some more. I only bought a quart or 800 mils, half a pint, just to try it out, if you know what I mean. Going to spread that nice and thick through there. Put a bit on there. Really give it a fair whack. This will be a nice thick coat. Now, before we do anything, pick up any loose bits. Like that. And brush that in. Just spread that across there. Get into every nook and cranny. Get over the gaps. Just spread that evenly, drag that across, make sure you've got good even coverage. Like so, nice and thick. And now we'll clean it up. Check that in the light. No dry spots. That's a ripper. That's a ripper, Terry. We're good to go. Let's go let that self level. I won't hold this one up too early, but that one's nice. Got a nice full cover now. We'll go let that self level. The results are getting better as we go. Gatto, what's happening? Good to see you. Self level. Let that self level. There we go. Great. Let that self level. That should turn out pretty good, I would say. Would I say that, Terry? It would turn out pretty good. Let's do some work. Ripper. Gatto, it's a ripper. She's a ripper. Absolutely she is. Ripper farts. Yes, Cookie Monster, with all that biscuit and carbohydrate in your fat gut, I would imagine from eating all those cookies, you would probably be farting like a trooper, as we say. Farting like a trooper. Good stuff. Like to see that? Not really. I wouldn't really want to see that. I wouldn't want to hear it either. Ha! I'm certainly a trooper. Excellent. That's what we like to see and hear. Now we're going to play with this guy. Let's move the camera over. What we're going to do now, ladies and germs, is we've got these templates. Tenon template, routing template. Just knocked my head off then. I've built myself a thingamy-bob, whatsy-doovit. This guy here. There it is. That's my jig where I put my neck down in here and I route the tenon. Okay, so a little bit risky. We can screw up things very, very easily. I've been practicing on a blank piece of wood to see how she works. Let's have a quick look. Okay. Works well. That's not centered, of course, but it has cut the tenon the way we want it cut. So what we're going to do is grab the neck and line that up and see if we can get anything done. Terry, are you nervous? You should be. This is the part that Terry doesn't like. She gets quite nervous with all this stuff. It's nicely centered. Bonza ripper. It's a beauty, as they say. It's a beauty bonza. Okay, it's not right. Let me put this in properly. Center line. I've got a center line here. I'm lining it up with the center of this template. Like that. Perfecto. Very nice. Clamp it up, Terry. That's beautifully centered. Right, that's good.